to the Let's Chat Shit podcast.
Welcome, guys.
Hey, it's been a while. Actually, 10 days because you guys got a little special episode last time with the anti-worker thing.
Oh,
so,
yeah,
you know what I'm
true.
saying? You guys got two guests. We had to keep you a little bit on a wait thing. You need to wait a little
Way
bit.
hard to get in it.
Exactly. Make sure you hit the.
According to the critics, best podcast so far. Man.
Yeah, we best. Hey. This guy, Erica J, already back with the hell. Yeah, welcome. Make sure you like and subscribe, obviously, and hit up our Spotify and Twitter. And yeah, we've got big stories for you this week. Mad things. Actually, talking a lot about race. We've got two black people. Accuse me of racism. I dare you. But yeah, no, we're going to be talking about the Joe Rogan podcast. If you guys haven't seen it, it's been madness all week. To be honest, all month they've been trying to cancel my man Joe Rogan, and yeah, it's been what I'd say is a fight against traditional media and the new school of media, the long form podcast style of media, the conversations, the no clickbait style content. And well, we've seen what happened this week. So let's just do a quick synopsis. As we know, Joe Rogan has one of the largest podcasts we know. It's
number one
media.
It's
not only if it's exactly not only if it is it the number one podcast, but it's the number one media source in the world, which is unreal. Just shows you is unbelievable. And the fact, and let me just say, the fact that that's even the truth shows you how fucked up our current news sources are, how the BBC, the CNNs, the Fox, how how the modern day people can no longer really trust it anymore. They can't trust what they're saying. It's all sensationalized. It's pre-recorded. You can't trust these people, and that's the saddest thing. So Joe Rogan had to take, whether he wants it or not, as the number one media source. It's where we need to find out information, because he brings on experts week in, week out, depending on if you agree on these with these experts or not. But you get to see what they have to say in a long format. And as you know, during COVID, he brought in the COVID-related experts. So he had both, vaccine-related ones who are for the vaccine, and those who are also for the vaccine, but mostly for early prevention things, medicine, such as ivermectin, monoclonal antibodies. I don't even know how to say that one, but that one is a mad one. Apparently,
I keep hearing that one, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I have no clue. Never have I had that.
You
But
have to, like, take the antibodies from someone else or something.
No clue what it is.
They get it from animals. Actually, they use it. I think it was rats or monkeys. I can't remember.
Okay. But that that's what they advocate for, and because of the fact he's had, obviously, not just the ones who agree with the vaccine, but those who also are looking for more for early preventative treatments, he's been accused of spreading COVID misinformation. Who can define misinformation? I guess not really anyone, because depending on who you speak to, what is misinformation to them is clearly quite different. Joe Rogan has said multiple times he's had people from both sides of the conversation. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to care about that. They're just like, straight up, we want to only have our side of the conversation. We want to have our only vaccine versions of us. So what's happened is we've got now Joe Rogan. Obviously, as he's gotten bigger, people have tried to cancel him even more. They've decided, okay, the misinformation thing didn't stick. How do we get him now? Racism. Racism is the new way of getting him. So obviously, because then you can cancel him out easily. Bro, when I saw the racism thing, you know what I thought immediately? Of course. Of course.
Actually,
I was like, they had to get him on this one. I was like, of course. They done tried the transphobia thing. They done tried this one. They had to get him on the racism thing. Bro, they released, let me just say, well, clearly it's a concerted effort from the mainstream media, whether you like Joe Rogan or not, a compilation of him saying the N-word over the years. And I looked at this, I was thinking, rah, he's gone a bit mad here. What's this? So I looked into it, and I found out that nearly all of the instances in which he says the N word is times in which he's quoting someone else. So to be in the instance to be accurate, so he's quoting someone else, and that's how he was saying N word. And you know what's funny? People who are Joe Rogan fans posted directly underneath, for example, some of the most leftist leaning news sources like the Turkish, what they call the the
Young
Turks,
Turks?
the Young Turks, that's what they're called,
Oh,
of
yeah.
them parroting the N word too, but just like them. So if you really wanted to create it, you could, you know what I mean? And then everyone's
Yeah.
like, okay, then cancel these guys. And they were, and obviously they were not going to get them cancelled. And then obviously he said some jokes, as a comedian does, racist jokes, obviously, because race is one of the largest
Asian.
comedic
Love
points of people making jokes. Obviously, he's a comedian, a stand-up comedian at that. What are you? When I saw this, I was thinking, really? Are you guys taking a piss here? He's a stand-up comedian. So I laughed at that. I absolutely died. I was like, okay, so these guys
So
are
like
coming for
next
him.
compilation for me. I love this one.
I was just dying. And you know what shocked me the most? Yeah, celebrities that came out at first, like The Rock, who came out and he was like, oh, personally, I like Joe Rogan. I like the fact that he's able to have conversations that are different than what the mainstream narrative is. I want him to be able to keep on speaking and that kind of stuff. So everyone was like, oh, okay, cool. And then what happened? What happened immediately? As soon as the racism came out, The Rock came out and washed his hands clean of him. He was like, I don't even know who Joe Rogan, who that?
No way he
Yeah.
did Donald Trump thing. He's like, oh, yes, spoke to the guy one
Bro,
time.
he goes, I didn't know who Joe Rogan was. I didn't see who he was.
Oh, really? But bro, it just shows you celebrities are as dumb as us. Like
Vegeta, you right. Vegeta, you right. Go on, Dovey.
they read headlines and they make like the same decisions we make just based off headlines. Like it was the same thing with Lewis Hamilton and Carl Rittenhouse. He
Yeah,
writ him off for racism because he
exactly.
thought he shot
It's
black
so
people,
easy.
which wasn't true.
Exactly. It's so easy for them to just write you off on pure headlines. A lot of the people that were attacking Joe Rogan didn't even watch his podcast ever. Ever. They just you know what the saddest thing is? A lot of people just like to parrot things. They'll
And
turn around.
you get good
Yeah.
karma for it as well. Like people like you more for going against him. Like
Yeah.
you join like a winning team almost.
Some of these
It
videos
really
are like
is.
10, 12 years old or some shit. Well,
Oh, well,
No,
some of the stuff, right?
yeah,
some
no.
of the videos, for example, one that he was doing the Black Apes one, that was
Yeah.
like 10 years ago. And honestly, I looked at that, I was like, that was a funny joke, you know.
I died when I listened to that. I was actually thinking that was a funny joke. But this is what I mean. These people don't understand jokes anymore. Like, how are you gonna grab a comedian's joke and then call him racist,
Yeah.
bro? You have to call every comedian racist because they're all fucking racist. That means, like, this is for me is an absolute joke. And when I saw that, I was just surprised. So after they've released all of this and the celebrities came at him, Spotify went and removed 70 different episodes of Joe Rogan.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, 70 previous episodes that he used to have, which is one of the first times they really went out of their way to kind of remove a lot of his content, and he had to kind of make an apology.
Well, they did it before. They did it before when he was first coming on. When he was first coming on, they had excluded
They
a
did it
bunch.
as well. Yeah, they did. Yeah,
Yeah.
but this was like originally kind of spoken
Yeah.
about. But let me give you guys for those people who haven't seen his original um, apology. Actually, now that I looked at it, it's 9 minutes long. Nah, we're not watching that. It's 9 minutes long. It's 9 minutes. He just said, look, he was just like, listen, I'm just trying to have conversations. You guys don't want me to have conversations. And
You can play like a couple seconds just the intro, you know what I'm saying? If you want.
I can. Let me go ahead then.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do
The
that.
Just for
sad
the
thing
SEO,
is,
you know what I'm saying?
like, the sad thing is though, the media made us like even I didn't know if I should laugh at it. I didn't know if like you lot would be okay if I laughed at that joke.
Oh yeah, you know what I mean.
I did, yeah, I fully. It's funny, but I don't know if I'm allowed to laugh.
You're just there like,
I needed
should
to
I
hear
laugh or
your lot's
not?
opinion before I made my own.
I'm telling you, bro.
That's what they got you. They got you. They got you. They
No,
need to approve your
you actually
opinion.
can't. You actually cannot laugh at the
Yeah.
jokes anymore. That ape joke was fucking hilarious. That was like top notch fucking comedy, mate. I was dying.
I was like,
And
where's Joe Rogan? Bring him back.
well, that's the old Joe Rogan, but we need him to come out like that. He should have turned around here and doubled down on that joke straight up. But
Oh,
yeah,
that picture done him dirty. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, the video.
All right, someone put a filter on that. Come on, that's obvious. What's
Bro, he
that?
looks like a gargoyle.
But there's no
I
audio.
can't hear it. Yeah, I can't hear it. By the way.
oh what? No audio.
No,
It's not
snaking
fucking.
us.
They snaked it. Fuck it. But let's just say, yeah, obviously he just apologizing for the fact that his content, he's not on purposely trying to have people that are mostly against vaccines. He's just saying these are the people I had recently. But he also reiterates that the people he has had are one of the most qualified people we could possibly find in the world. And
Yeah.
he's saying the only people these people are only discredited during COVID when there is this misinformation label where people decide, like Anthony Fauci and the government, what they consider misinformation and what they don't consider misinformation. That's not backed by science. That's not backed by science. When science isn't something where you can, it's not black and white. There are gray zones in science, and they basically hindering and actively banning people from um listening to these other views, which to me is even more like, what, let the views stand up on their own 2 feet and let them be brought down. And he's had the other opinions. What more do you want from this guy? He's had the other opinions, so he's just promised to have even more people from that opinion because clearly they don't want to. And then guess what today happened? They released a matting against Joe Rogan today,
Who's they?
bro.
Who's they?
The same
Oh,
media
oh,
personality, the
okay,
same
okay.
people
No
who
way. What happened to them?
are always releasing something. Let me find out for you guys while I'm here, but let me do a quick explanation on what it was. Yeah, so they basically tried to label him as a right wing, and let me see if I can find it, as they always have done many times before. I actually can't find it,
Bro,
but yeah.
everything they say, everything that isn't liked by the corporate government media
Hey,
bullshit is
welcome,
right
Maria.
wing. I'm not gonna stand this, bro. Apparently, Bitcoin's right wing as well. Apparently, I don't know how that works, but yeah,
Is it?
yeah, I don't know.
Whatever you
Jordan,
don't like, bro. Wherever you don't like, right
yeah,
wing.
Jordan Peterson, right wing, kick that right wing.
Just grab that shit and smack the right wing on top of it straight away, bro.
It's far right alternative wing. I don't know what's going on, bro.
Show the list. Hey, yo, Jay, if you find that list for me, bro, put that in the link. It's just so this list here is basically the fact that they said, okay, this is the people that Joe Rogan has put on his podcast. These are right wings and these are left wingers,
Oh,
bro.
really? There's a
I
proper
looked,
breakdown.
yeah, bro. I looked at it,
Uh,
yeah, and I was shocked, fam. The people that they had on right wing, yeah, was not right wing people at all.
oh,
Like
really?
majority of them were just not right wing. Like it's someone who doesn't know these people and only knows them by googling them. You know them ones where you hit Google. Like you can Google Jordan Peterson and you think he's a right winger because everywhere plastered is alt right. But he's
It's on the.
imagine begging these people. Listen, I'm telling you, I'm left wing. Uh,
Oh, by the way, Jordan Peterson happens to also be one of the most cited like clinical psychologists in his field. Like, oh, it just happens to be they're going for the top niggas as well. Like, I don't know.
yeah, they hate people who are the most cited.
Oh,
Vegeta,
do you want to speak? Wait. Do
if
you want to speak about Jordan Peterson? I think he quit as a 10-year professor at University of Toronto as well. I think he just quit. He's like, fuck these union cunts.
It's about time, to be honest. I'm surprised he stayed there for so long. Oh, you guys can't post links, it seems. Okay, but yeah, okay, I've just checked it. Let me share it now.
Zuby, Zubby. I don't
Shout
know who that
out.
is.
Let me just say, shout out, Jay, for sending us the link. Vegeta, we'll look up Zuby and have a look and see what's
You don't know
about.
who Zuby is? You don't know who Zuby
No?
is?
Zuby is that guy that did that became a trans and it became
Oh,
the
the
best,
deadlifter. The
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 number
deadlifter.
one deadlifter. She is the best deadlifter ever.
He broke all the
Man.
female world records in like 1 hour or some shit. I forgot.
In 1 hour. Okay, let me share the screen now. One second. Shout out my boy Jay out here, supplying the links right here where you need him the most, bro.
Number one
Croton.
fan.
And we have his tweet as well, just to add it here. All
Oh,
right.
really? Self-promotion.
Yeah, he retweeted it. Joe Rogan fans often point to his fig leaf endorsement of Bernie Sanders as proof that Rogan isn't right wing. Imagine that you have to wait before we even move on. Imagine that you have to prove what your political preferences are. Like, if I'm telling you I'm left wing, I'm left wing. Why you guys are trying to attack? It doesn't make sense. I'm so shocked. Like this is like it just gets ridiculous. So this
Yo, this is
person
crazy.
so this person goes, but right wingers overwhelmingly are his favorites, as you can see from his guest. Help me understand. Now,
Yeah.
Russell Brand. right wing. Are you taking the fucking piss, bro?
See, but this is such an American list, though. It's just
So-
left and right. Where's
Look,
I
look,
put Russell Brand in the middle almost, like a
But
bit
yeah,
further to the right, but
oh, no, not even a bit further. I think he's more left wing. Actually, he's far left wing. In
possibly,
fact,
yeah, true, actually,
yeah,
yeah.
Russell Brand is very left wing. If you look at Tim Dillon, no, Tim Dillon is sorry. Well, I don't know exactly if Tim Dillon is, but Sam Harris isn't. He's not right wing. He said it multiple times. He's not right wing. Brett Weinstein and Eric Weinstein both have said they're not right wingers. Elon Musk. When did Elon Musk ever say he was right wing? I'm so confused. Like they just thought, fuck it, we're just gonna stick one person on one side, on the other person on the other side, whoever we believe we could do a little quick Google search on.
Yeah.
And again, they haven't put up 138 appearances, 36 appearances. Now, can we just also highlight the fact that these are not all all of his actual guests. He's done nearly 1,000 plus podcasts. Where are the rest?
They can't do shit, but what confuses me, what I'm most
They
interested
cherry
about,
picked it.
this whole thing is completely bullshit. But what I'm curious about is the creme de la creme of the bullshit. Why are there 2 asterisks on the left side with Campley and Jimmy Dore? I'm just very curious about these asterisks.
Yeah,
What
we
do
need
they
the
mean?
key. I want to know what they mean. Do you reckon it means it's like, oh,
Yeah.
questionable? Or
Yeah. I think
it's
they're
super left?
actually. I think they're actually right wing, but I'll put them on there because they've multiple times already said that they're left wing. But I'll put an asterisk there because obviously I can't violate the list like this. Bro, are you kidding me?
Had
This
the
is what I
list.
mean. So this is their new kind
Jordan
of.
Peterson is there on the right again. Oh my god.
How many times does Jordan Peterson have to go on his knee and beg these people to tell him that I'm fucking left wing? Like how many fucking times? It's a fucking joke. So I'm personally like I've just noticed that this has become an absolute joke across the board, and what's sad for me is the left wing, the far left wing, let me say. Oh, the guy that even made the list said it was pointless. These guys are too much, bro. They're all getting hired by somebody. I don't know who it is, but it is a joke.
Oh, who's
Because
the guy that used to send people on coaches to demonstrations that everyone blames? The puppeteer behind the scenes. I forgot his name.
they all is it not the Rothschild, but it's like the one who they always like
It's always him.
billionaire. The billionaire.
I forgot his name, but
They always blame him for shit. He's a bit like Bill Gates. They just blame him.
Soros.
yes, George
George
Soros.
Soros.
It's him.
George Soros out here sending he's paying people off from George Soros.
No, but the billionaires be for real though. They do be owning bare like mainstream media. Like didn't Jeff Bezos just buy like a newspaper like the New York Times or Washington Post or something like that?
He's owned that for years. Of course he has. He's owned that for years.
Yeah.
He's
That's
not
what I'm
stupid.
saying. So like they actually do these things. Like
They
they
do.
buy the media and then they make sure that their agenda is pushed. Like it's you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that is true. To be fair,
I just let's just not talk about just the agenda, but it's just look. If I'm a business, okay, if I'm a business and I'm getting dwarfed by another business that's upcoming, doing way better numbers, it's war. It's time. Free Rogan, my nigga. Free Rogan.
well, you're not allowed to say that.
Rogan.
I'm gonna get cancelled now.
No, listen, Joe Rogan is uncancelable. Even after he's doing these like small, petty, oops, I did it, oops, kind of like, guys, I'm not trying to do misinformation, but you know, I got niggas on, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna try. He's kind of apologizing a little bit, like pseudo apology.
Yeah.
Exactly. By the way, if you're new to the stream, make sure you subscribe. We always
hit
post
bell.
sick content. Hit the bell, okay? Out here for the free speech. Out here for Joe Rogan. You know what I'm saying? We know that these media outlets are coming for us. Yeah. Us truth speakers.
Next thing you know, there's gonna be a compilation of us saying nigga.
Bro, that was 6 you just gave him, bro. We're gonna be screwed,
bro. As long as I don't say it.
They'll actually pause Masu's screen and just let your lips move.
You see like weird animation.
Oh my god!
But do you not think cancel culture actually works?
Of course, no. Cancel culture, okay. It works if you apologize. The only reason they're dragging Joe Rogan through the mud right now is because he apologized. Shout out Vegeta for subscribing, by the way. That's my
even
guy.
a half apology, you're gonna get slapped up a little bit.
Yeah, but if you think back to all the like YouTubers, everyone that's been cancelled in the past, they still exist. They still have millions of views. They seem to. I think if you ignore it, You just survive it.
Ignoring it is by far the best thing you can do. The moment you apologize to these guys, they're like wolves. They've
You
smelt the
admit, you
fucking
almost
blood.
admit you done
They
something
start
wrong, innit?
surrounding you. They start surrounding you. This is why we've had like some of the large, like some of. This is why, for example, Joe Rogan, if he didn't apologize for the first time about which guests he has, they would have been posting whole fucking lists on Twitter now, would they?
Yeah.
They wouldn't be posting it. They wouldn't be posting it because he don't give a fuck. But that's the thing. The moment you apologize, they come at you from all angles. And one of the saddest things is he kind of, I feel like he must be getting pressure from Spotify at this point. He must
I
be
don't know.
getting.
I feel like he's just a little bit like he's a bit older now, so he feels a bit bad. He's got children. He wants them to grow up in a nice place with that shit. I don't know.
Bro, listen to his podcast with Tim Dillon actually. There you can see he doesn't think like those guys. He's just like, nah, I love the fact you're chatting shit. I love the fact that you guys are saying what the fuck you guys want. He's on that wave. But the
100%.
problem is come to the point where Spotify are getting so much heat for this. But at the same time, I'm thinking Spotify must think, rah, this Joe Rogan podcast has exploded with media attention. Spotify has never got so much attention for this fucking podcast as a podcast platform.
They lost
ever.
a lot of billions recently, didn't they? Their stock just went down like bad.
They gained that shit back ASAP, bro. That shit came back ASAP. And not only that, the Joe Rogan podcast, when he first went to Spotify, lost 50% of their viewership, of their audience. Half their audience was gone. Now it's
Half?
bigger. Yeah, half.
Oh, of his or
if his,
Spotify?
no, his audience
Oh,
was
right.
gone.
Okay.
50%.
Right.
By the end of it, now recently, he says it's never been bigger. The podcast has never been bigger, which means for Spotify, this was an amazing deal. So I reckon they're gonna keep doing deals like this, even with the heat coming in, because as long as they keep the content there, they're gonna move forward. What's the stock looking like?
It's gonna be mad still. So I mean, I'm looking from peak to low in it. So I guess in March 2021, they were peaking around 380, 390 per stock.
Yeah.
Per stock. And just today, just looking at it, it's 174. So that's like 50% drop, bro.
Oh,
Wait, what? It went from what?
Like basically 400 to 200, basically.
Oh, right. I thought you said 108
Wow.
to 150.
Okay,
so
not looking too strong. So we've got some comments here. Let's just Feeder is the GOAT. Welcome, my bro. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. I think admitting when you fucked up can be a powerful thing if your audience knows us and knows you as someone genuine to begin with.
It's true, but did he fuck
I
up?
agree.
I
And that's
mean,
well.
it depends if you're white, if you're black. You know?
So the thing is here, Feeder, before we move on to your second comment, is that I don't think he fucked up at all. I don't think there was. I don't think there was any fuck up from Joe Rogan at all.
Wait,
Either way.
actually, at the end of the day, are white people allowed to say it? Like, if I was quoting, would you be okay when, or like,
Of
even
course
a
you
random
are,
white
bro.
person?
Do you remember in school when you used to do Mice and Men, the book, and all the white kids were so gassed because they were allowed to say the N word because they were
Really?
quoting the book. Yeah, they were allowed
I'm sure
to
we
say it.
skipped it. No, I'm sure we skipped
No,
it.
in my
Oh, they
school you
picked
are
on the black
allowed.
guy in the back, innit? The black.
No, in my school you are
Dwayne,
allowed.
it's your turn to talk.
No, Dwayne. I said Dwayne is your turn to talk.
There's a designated nigger culture. Imagine
For those guys who don't understand, Mice and Men was a book in English literature in which we had to read. Each person has to read like a paragraph or a sentence or whatever, and it had the N word in it. So all the white kids were allowed to say it in my school because obviously they were quoting the book. Right. I saw their faces, bro. Those white kids were just like, "Damn, it's our time now," and dropping it with the hard R. But so Fedor is the GOAT. Continues. It says, and that's why Rogan's audience is relying for him now. They've always seen or rallying for him now. They've always seen him as someone who tries to be genuine. That's true, and that's why we're rallying for him, of course. Oh, okay. For you, so his apology just reinforces that. Personally, I felt a bit like he shouldn't have apologized because what has he genuinely done wrong? Had multiple people different. He may have made a mistake by having maybe too many of one side, but that's someone who's a human. He doesn't have to like. It's his podcast. He can have who he wants on it. But he was like, look, I'll have more people in the end. That's fine. With the joke, I think he's a comedian. He should be able to make that joke. The N words he was quoting, I don't think he's done anything wrong in that sense. But even so, the fact he apologized, yes, again, if it feels like that's what he needs to do, then I agree. If that makes him seem more genuine to you. Jay says even Rogan saying he will have people from opposing viewpoints is a mistake. Shit will be used against him moving forward. Slippery slope. Yes. Yes. Because what will happen is every fucking thing you have, every topic, you're gonna have to have two opposing views. It's a slippery slope every single time.
It's
To be
balance the
honest,
list, isn't it?
yeah, you have to balance the list. Like he doesn't want to be controlled like that. He just want to have people that he feels like it's interesting to have on. And let's be honest, who's more interesting over time? The people who are saying controversial stuff. I can see what fucking Fauci is saying on TV. Like nobody's having these other people on a podcast. You know, I'd rather see people who you just can't see in general.
Bro,
But
also Rogan was saying like he does the scheduling himself. Why is he lying? Jamie does that 100%. Jamie
yeah, he ain't do nah, he ain't do shit, fam. He ain't do shit. He's got 120 million. He ain't got time.
Yeah.
Come on.
So but the NOS situation, while always wrong, became a lightning rod issue the past few years in the US. The best move is to just not say it at all.
James.
Of course, I agree. You know, he's probably not gonna just say it at all, and I can see that. And so of course it makes sense for you to just not say it at all. If I'm white, I ain't risking it. I'm not saying it, no matter if I'm quoting or not, because clearly someone's gonna capture that bit and put it on Twitter the next day. So I'm not risking it.
And Dovey?
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that shit.
Shit.
I don't know the rules. I don't get it. Like, you know, you got a huge portion of the black community say you're not ever allowed to say it, and then you got a few people saying like you are, and just like I don't know. I'm just gonna go with them not saying it.
If I want to keep my job.
You know when people talk about whether you should believe a god or not, it's like if you don't believe, you're definitely going to hell. If you say I'll believe, then you might go to heaven.
You know what I mean? So the context of Rogan's comments in terms of the way people would have viewed them has changed over the years, not just the cultural situation over here now. You know what people forget is Joe had Michael Oyster hold on when the pandemic first started. Michael Oyster hold on when the pandemic first started. This was his best pandemic info podcast to date. Yes, and I think the fact he had multiple different, for me, one of the biggest was obviously the two doctors, Paul, what's his name? Paul, these doctors, I forgot their
McCullough? You mean
names.
Peter McCullough?
Yeah. Those are the guys I was talking about. Yes.
You talk about
I have it somewhere in front of me actually. Dr. Robert Malone it was, and his mate. Those two I feel like were very powerful because they give us different views. It's like we didn't get. Like I can see what everyone else is saying elsewhere. Like I don't have to. You know, it's not like anyone's denying them platforms. You know what I mean? But it's just how I guess this is how it is. Thank you for subscribing, by the way. Shout out. Jay's taking a piss.
Why can't the right wing people cancel? What's going on? Why can all the leftists can be always the ones canceling? What's going on here? I don't understand.
Well,
yeah, I don't know actually. I don't know.
Like surely, like Joe Rogan should be out here canceling other people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but that's a different. That's what I mean. Like this is what I mean, bro. This is what I mean. These people that they claim to like right wing or whatever. They're not out here. They don't care to cancel anyone else. They want to hear your point and say something about it. Fader is the goat. We'll catch you next time. Thanks for jumping by.
My last point will be like, if it's the right wing to say, I would like you to have a point and me to have a point and me to discuss this openly in a free setting. If that's right wing. I'm right wing.
All right, you all right. You all right, bro. You all right now. I'm telling you, all right. That's it. Stick it on him because that's what it is. You know what they call it? You know what they call it? Platforming. That's what what platforming basically means.
Oh,
they're like, you know what they mean by platforming? Yeah, they're like, oh, but you platformed that, but what? Give him a chance to speak. That's what they mean by platforming. These men basically switched around the whole freedom of speech thing and cut it out. They were like, listen, we don't want to hear it. We don't cancel him.
No. One last thing I have to say is that do you see what Eric Weinstein was the one who mentioned it? Who was talking about it. He went to a university and he saw like a poster that said, if you are affected by any free speech event, you can call our safety landline. Like what?
Bro, because these guys keep talking, and it's what they say is destructive. So we have to deplatform them. Don't let them speak. Don't let them speak. This is what they are. They're all witches, Don't let them speak.
We got first aid, mental health aid for the free speech therapy. I don't know what's going on.
Honestly, like, and this is for me, I'm done with this. No, like, and this is what I'm saying. Social media needs to now be held to a standard of allowing and forcing freedom of speech. Why do I
Force
say
it,
this?
not to force it, fam.
Not force the thing. I'm saying we'll have to force it because social media has become a platform in which we all speak on. We speak on social media nowadays more than we even speak in real life. Like, it's
Bro.
where we communicate the most. Why have freedom of speech what was the point of having freedom of speech in everyday life? Is so that we can make sure that all the ideas are hashed out, spoken about, and seen. Now we have our conversations online. Why is that speech not protected under the same rules? Why is that not protected by that freedom of speech rule? And simply because these private companies have decided that because obviously they're saying it's our platform, we get to decide the rules. But imagine a utility like water, like internet. We need to treat these social medias like a utility where we speak. Because imagine if all the internet companies came together and just hiked all the prices up to the top and be like, you know what, it's us. We do what we want. We can set the rules. There needs to be regulations against these people because it's come to a point where they decide what the narrative is. The narrative. And now the left have been sucked so far deep into this ideology of deplatforming people. To me, it's like, nah. Anyway, if anyone's here for the Joe Rogan thing, make sure you hit our subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoyed that bit. We're gonna move on to a different topic now, which is quite similar. About
Yeah.
It's very similar. It's very very similar. I don't know if you guys heard about the Canada truck convoy march for freedom. Masood, go ahead.
Of course, I think everyone should have heard about this, but if you're not, obviously check why. I wonder why. You know what I'm saying? Check your sources. Check your sources. But yeah, so there's a massive convoy, which is basically a collection of truckers who basically feel that they have been what's called marginalized, I suppose you could say. And yeah, they're sick and tired of the mandates, of the vaccine mandates, and how there's a whole population that's being segregated from society. And I don't know if, depending on where you live around the world, maybe you live in France and you've seen like Macron basically saying, yeah, the unvaccinated, yeah, we're gonna piss them off. Yeah, basically we don't want any unvaccinated people. We're just gonna kick them out of the country and shit like that. Where they have what's called a vaccine health pass, for example, that expires every 4 months. You need to make sure you get that monthly subscription. You get me? And Canada, they want to basically introduce that same kind of stuff. Whereas Canada's a much larger country, so they have, I guess, a lot more land and everything. And these truckers they have a lot more, I guess, truckers because they have to do a lot of sending a lot of objects for goods and
Parcels.
goods. Yeah, goods. I was gonna say goods. Yeah, goods from A to B, especially across the North American border between Canada and Canada, Canada and USA. But in any case, these working class people who, for some reason, the Canadian government seem to be purporting to support, saying we are here for working class people, we are here for the people that have lower incomes. We want to support them with greater taxes. We want to support them. These are the ones that are most dangerous against the virus and everything. Blah blah blah. These are the most support. But the truckers are actually working class people as well. But these people are often, I guess. A lot of them are unvaccinated, and maybe a lot of them want to support the anti-vaccine kind of mandate. So all of them are kind of grouped together in the narrative for under one umbrella, which is called the March for Freedom. And basically, with the fact that they have so many trucks, they are basically driving through cities on their way to the capital. They want to basically head towards where Justin Trudeau and the governments are all heading.
In a massive convoy, everyone's coming together to just create disruption.
Yeah, but not necessarily to cause disruption, but to protest, right? But one of the ways to protest is to maybe cause some disruption, whether it's on the right.
Bro, just say how it is, fam. Say how it is. They're out here trying to cause trouble. Just say it. They're out here trying to cause trouble.
They're causing a ruckus, nonetheless.
For freedom.
But the idea is, to protest against this. They are actually, as they are driving through different cities and states.
Wait, but first tell us the story, innit? Because you give us a synopsis of the story.
Yeah.
What happened?
But I'm sorry, I think I pretty much have. Haven't I? Maybe I've not been given a good story.
So they're most affected by the vaccines out of most professions because they have to
Not
cross
necessarily,
borders
yeah,
and
not necessarily, but yeah, a lot of them are. For example, you can
So
probably, if you do
what
like a
was
proper
this?
analysis, you might find somewhere else that's a bit more objectively like more affected or whatever. But in any case, it's a large majority of people, and they're very like critical workers. So especially because they're essential workers or critical for the infrastructure of Canada's goods and service import, export, and so on and so forth. Even for like just food and everything, they can basically cause a lot of trouble just by not working, let alone blocking off like roads and blocking cities and causing blockages and stuff like that. Just not
yeah.
working
It's a
properly.
bit annoying in the videos I watched. It just blocked this whole road that was just beeping constantly for like hours.
Really? Ah, I see. So I told you, Cruz in trouble, fam. As I said,
Yeah,
bro,
as they go through.
whether you like it or not. So basically, you're saying these Canadian truckers all came along, are basically protesting all the all the vaccine mandates of the country, the lockdowns, the issues being caused, and what
Yeah,
they've done is they've now been doing a massive convoy moving towards the main city where Trudeau on the government are.
yeah, they're heading towards there, and
But
it's quite a long journey. So there's a lot of stops on the way because they
I
can't just
see.
drive all day 24/7. So
So
they
this is the
usually
Freedom
stop
March, is what it's called.
fast. Yeah, so it's a march. It's like a march towards there.
I
And
see. I see.
as they're marching, they usually have to stop at certain locations for like refilling fuel, for example, eating, just resting, and partying. I guess a little bit, causing some trouble every now and then. And at the same time, some of them have tried to basically clean up the places they leave to make it look like they're the good guys. Which I guess they do
Yeah.
want to show that they are the good guys in the end, which is good. But they're gonna have proclivities to for maybe some sort of disruption. Maybe there might even be some violence involved. Not that I've necessarily been watching all the videos. I've just been seeing the stampede of hundreds and hundreds of fucking trucks going from one place to another and just causing, being able.
So
Yeah.
what's this GoFundMe thing then?
So yeah, so obviously you can imagine them. Just like you said, we are all trying to speak on social media. We're all trying to communicate online, and one of the ways we do this is to organize ourselves. And doing that, we create Facebook groups, we create Twitter, like GoFundMe's just to fund the entire event, and so on and so forth. So hundreds of people, people around the world have always been donating to this GoFundMe address, and even I was thinking this is hella sus. They just add up to millions and millions, and they get into it was like 1 million. I was like, oh, 1 million already, and two, then three. They got like 10 million, and then GoFundMe was like, oh, that's a nice pile. That's a nice pile of bags right there. Yoink.
GoFundMe took the money.
They just licked the thing, bro. I think they before they licked it, they had given like 1 million out to whoever's distributing it. I forgot exactly who it is. But yeah, the rest like 9 to 10
Wait.
million, they just licked it. They said that with this funds are being seized completely.
Really?
And not only that, the GoFundMe,
What?
Are you sure? I thought they were telling all the people that donated you can refund it or it's going to be sent to a charity.
Exactly. So basically, yeah, they licked it.
Oh, but that's not seizing it, isn't it? That's like telling.
Nah, they seized it at first. No.
Yeah, isn't it? So
So because I remember seeing this story.
Oh, what? And the backlash forced them to change their mind.
Yes, they seized the money and said, we're
Oh.
gonna take the money and we're gonna give it to charities. Imagine it's your money there, yeah, and someone goes, I'm gonna take it and give it to the charity. Like, excuse me, who are you to be taking my money and just giving it away to other people? What are you talking about? They were like, yeah, no, we've just decided, and they were like, that huge backlash from what I saw on Twitter, huge backlash, forcing them to say, you have to give us the money back because we want it and we're gonna go elsewhere with our money. Then they were like, oh. If you want it, you have to apply for a refund. They made the application for the refund hard. So then they were like, what the fuck? No, you're literally just trying to keep the money for yourselves. So in the end, they made the refund automatic. So if you made your payment there previously, the refund was automatic. This is after huge backlash because GoFundMe was meant to be apolitical. Whether you are for or against the situation, you're meant to be apolitical. So now it's come to a point where nobody can no longer trust GoFundMe to put your money there anymore. GoFundMe makes a lot of money, no matter right wing or left wing. But now you've come to a situation or where you're so politicized that there's only certain groups that will now actually decide to put their money with you. And obviously, there's no fucking way anybody's going to decide to put their money, especially these large. Let's be honest,
after
some of these.
this.
Bro, some of these like right wing crazy people, whatever they're gonna say, they make so much money off these guys. They donate the most. It seems like, to be honest, these far extreme left wing kind of groups, these men are all poor. If we're being honest, majority of them are poor. They ain't got their link like that. They ain't got their link like these right when boomers who've been sitting on that shit for years, that money for years. So
Yeah, they flopped that one. They fumbled that bag hard.
big time.
I
And
didn't know
even
they
if
actually seized it before.
yeah,
That's mad. They
and
can't do that.
and even if you're extreme left wing, you still gonna think to yourself, bro, this man might just seize the money. Why would I go with these guys? So now there's gonna be other people and other websites probably gonna pop up and take that
Yeah, so there's
space.
already been popping up a few different. I think one of the competitors was like, "Yeah, listen, we'll accept it 100%," and then everyone was like, "I don't know, you just can do the same shit." Like,
Come here, boys. Come on, boys.
Some of
Come
your money.
here.
but yeah,
Yeah,
this is a problem because if you give them the power to control it, if you give them the control of your funds, they're always gonna find a way to abuse it. No one in human history, any time of history, has been able to basically look at money that they can control and be like, you know what? Let me not fuck that up.
they always, and actually a great transition was you to Ice Poseidon.
Cool.
Talking about people who see a lot of fucking money and think to themselves, I need to fuck them over. If you
Quick
don't
note
know,
though, just quick note. I just wanted to add as well
I
that
see. Yeah.
Facebook removed the group for the trackers as well. So they had organized a Facebook group, and Facebook took down their group as
Oh
well.
really? Right. Well, what was the
Yeah.
money for on BAF though? Like, what did the money?
Just
What do you need 10 mil for?
Well, I mean, they're
just
spending so much time and energy on driving around the country in the cold. By the way,
salaries,
it's like hella
maybe.
Good
cold as
sushi,
well.
innit? They ordered in sushi, delivery to the truck.
Delivery to the truckers. But yeah, like if you're here for the JRE thing, you just go back a bit. Also, make sure you subscribe that shit right now. I know you're there. Subscribe.
We are in budget.
Yeah. So I think. So yeah, moving on to the Ice Poseidon. So if you guys don't know who Ice Poseidon is, he's a long time RuneScape streamer, very long time YouTuber. He started the whole live stream kind of pranking type videos where these guys would go with the live stream camera
IRL
and
thing.
IRL, yeah. And as you guys know, a lot of people got into crypto when it came to the celebrities. So many crypto celebrities. You saw Mayweather do it, Kim K do it. So many of these people decided to just, jump on the bandwagon. Now they're doing it with NFTs. They're trying to make money off people. Well, Ice Poseidon was one of those people, and this guy on camera just admits to it. I actually can't believe he's issued a coin, and the coin, when you issue the money, is a liquidity pool, so you can sell the money, you coin for your money later on, and the coin you're meant to be able to, go up in value over time and do stuff with it. Look what he's done to these people.
Save the children, bro.
His own fans. Look what he's done to his own fans.
He admits what he did.
You want to keep the money that's not yours, that you took from the project, even though you failed to deliver.
I mean, I'm not really sure what you want me to say, but yeah.
I'm trying to
That's all I wanted.
because it's 100% still available, and you could do that.
Yeah. So did you see that what he just said there? At that time, when they were speaking, he's like, "Yeah, I kind of snaked it." He's like, "We can see the address, the Ethereum address. The money is still there. So if you want, you could just give it back right now."
The money, because it's 100% still available, and you could do that.
Yeah, I could give the money back. It is within my power. But I'm going to look out for myself and not do that.
I rate him.
It's just the most honest answer.
Now these
I ain't gonna lie to you, yeah. Out of all the scammers I've seen it ever, this guy is by far the funniest scammer ever, man. He's actually the funniest scammer ever because he just simply turned around. It's like, yeah, man, money's there. I could, you right? But I don't want to do it now. I'm just keeping my money.
These influencer scams are becoming more and more common, in part because of how easy they just took the money. Got scheme.
I don't know what else to say. That's just the most honest answer.
Now, these influencer scams are becoming more and more common, in part because of how easy they are to pull off. Ice Poseidon's scheme apparently took him only 2 weeks of work to set up before he apparently got bored with the project and decided to stop working on it and just took the money.
Coffee's.
Imagine. So
Oh, we missed a big wave. I'm not gonna lie. We should have been making some dirty scam coins when we first learned about crypto.
that was us. We should have right then and there. We should have made Scamcoin. Do you remember when Scamcoin came out and people just went and got bears of that, even though it was called Scamcoin? Dumb fucks. Look, just say Nutella, as Tim Dillon would say.
Yeah, honestly, Tim Dillon is genius. He says Nutella instead of nigga. It's hilarious.
Nah, he's gonna get cancelled soon, bro. He's gonna get cancelled soon. And then moving on to
Wait, hold
another
on. So,
situation.
Wait, why are we just jumping through
Yeah,
these?
chill, but there's no need to rush.
Haven't even
Ah.
spoken about it.
Ah, what's more to say? My guy scammed him. I don't see. What do you want to say? Is there anything to say? You got something to
I
say?
don't
Yeah.
know. I'm baffled why anyone believed him. I swear, Ice Poseidon is known for being a bit like he has. I don't want to be. I don't know what the word is to
He's a
say,
troll,
but like,
isn't he?
he's not 100% there. He's got something.
Autistic
actually,
is the word
yeah.
you're looking for. Yeah.
Is he actually? It's confirmed.
No, I don't think so.
Oh right, but he has something confirmed wrong with him that he's admitted to. I think.
Oh, he
I
must.
don't-
Be.
why are
bro.
people
I
taking
think he's just
financial
trolling.
advice from him?
I don't know. I
I
have
feel
no
like you
clue.
deserve it. If you just put money in some dead dumbass coin that Ice Poseidon's promoted, you kind of deserved it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying you kind of deserved it if you're getting, Ice Poseidon is the guy who's coin you decide to invest in. Most likely you're going to lose the money elsewhere. But I don't know. Would you guys? What about you, Masood? What would you have to say? I don't know. My guy, he robbed the money.
Obviously, it's very obvious to me. Just like these truckers, just like everyone, you know, if you don't want people to control your money, go for something that there is no controller. Simple as that. Like there's actually people out here
Give us some advice. What's
uncensorable, permissionless stuff called Bitcoin.
Ay.
Bitcoin? What, the one where the
Focus
one
on
guy has the
Bitcoin,
private
mate.
key thing?
Yeah, that one. Bitcoin's a
Who's
scam
that?
too.
Who's
We
that
know
private
this.
Controlled by one don at the
Yeah,
end.
yeah, yeah.
Who's that? Who's that?
Satoshi.
Satoshi, my guy Satoshi.
Who's that? Who's
Well,
that?
I
That
need to
white
know
guy,
his
that
real-
white,
his
that white
government name.
Australian guy.
Who's
Yo,
that?
by the way, hey, you've dodged the subject like he's part of the scam. Hey, yo, don't worry about that one. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that,
No,
sweetheart.
but for
Don't
real,
worry
though,
about it, sweetheart.
the truckers, they have there's a fund. Someone created like a Bitcoin fund for the truckers. It's already reached like nearly 500,000. So we'll see. That's like 9 Bitcoin, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, really? I watched one trucker got the keys for that one, and suddenly that money also goes missing. He'll be on
Yeah.
YouTube. He'll be on
I've got
YouTube.
news
He'll be on YouTube, and the same one's like, yeah, I know I could give it back, but I don't want to.
I'll look out for myself.
Yeah, I want to look out for myself actually.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
to be fair, like even the GoFundMe, I swear one person has to control the account, and then they're the ones that got to decide what happens with the money.
Yeah, how did you I
Um,
have no idea.
yeah, kind of, but I think also there's like documents you have to file nowadays and shit
Oh,
to really
proof.
say.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, the Joe Biden administration. Did you guys hear that there's going to be one of the Supreme judges got licked off, dead, finito?
Oh, really? They died.
Yep, they
Or-
died, and that role is for
That's
life.
not the story though. Like, that's not the story.
innit?
That's not the story. Sadly,
It's
they
'cause
passed away.
employ 90-year-olds in their government, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So the Supreme, if you guys don't know what the Supreme Court is, they make one of the largest decisions when it comes to any sort of law in the US. One of the largest, obviously, the battles when it comes to it, like the Roe v. Wade when it came to abortion, stuff like that. So obviously, one died, and Joe Biden now has to appoint a new one. This is a very important thing. It's good for them. They decide to, they affect a lot of the laws in the future, and it's a for life position. Being able to appoint one is really good for your party. And you know what Joe Biden said? I'm going to appoint a black woman. I was thinking, oh, he must have chosen the girl already.
Hallelujah.
I was like, where's this black woman he's chosen? Nah, he hasn't done the choosing yet. He's just said it will 100% be a black woman. 100%. I was thinking, what? How the fuck does this guy know? I'm thinking, what is the most qualified person in the country guaranteed black woman, or how does he know? How does he know it's gonna be? How can he tell the future like that?
He's got his tarot cards out.
I was thinking, he was like black woman. I was thinking, what? How do you know, bro? Only
being
to
profiled.
find out. Only to find out. He's decided that because we don't have enough representation and we need to hit some quota, that this has to be a black woman, regardless of her qualifications. Ridiculous. Absolutely stupid. Like it couldn't be any dumber than I honestly couldn't be any dumber than it. It is firstly blatant day racism and sexism on the spot. Like he literally just said, yeah, we're gonna deny you. If you're white, you're denied. If you're black, male denied.
Oh, I don't know. You're sounding a lot like Jordan Peterson, who's
Yeah,
against
bro.
equality
You
of
listen
outcome.
to Joe Rogan?
Bro, I was thinking, so you just denied people from the application process because of the skin of their color. That's racism. No matter how you try to dress it up, that's straight racism. You've decided there's a woman now. I mean, you said there's no men allowed. That's straight sexism. Whether you're doing it to an oppressed group or not, we
You fucked up.
know what it is daylight discrimination, and the fact that ain't nobody canceling him for this is what I'm most shocked about. And you know who they started to cancel? They started to cancel people who were like, this is demeaning to black women. The fact that they need to get a leg up on they were like, and then all these people came out like, don't speak for black women, don't speak for black women. Thinking, bro, what are you so dumb? Like, is it not demeaning that you're gonna get your job because you're a woman and that you're black? Of course, it's demeaning. If I'm gonna get it purely on my skin color and not my fucking skills, and of course I understand that clearly she's not going to be like some random black woman off the streets. I understand she'll have some sort of qualifications, she'll be decent, but the problem is she's not the best. And what
Well,
gave
she might
her
not be. She might be, but she might not be as well.
exactly, she might not be. And if she was the best, I would be the first person to be like, yo, hire this lady for the supreme judge position. But of course, that's not what's gonna happen. Most likely, it could be someone who, it could be a black man, it could be a white woman, it could be a God forbid, a white man take that position, because they may
Oh, he's
be
applying. He's like, yeah.
they may because they may be more qualified. What happened to the to the meritocracy that we were meant to go for? And you know what's so fucking mad? Yeah, I was actually listening. I had a conversation with this girl, one of my friends, and she supports this affirmative action type of thing. I was having this conversation with her.
Wait, what's affirmative action? Is like equality of outcome sort of thing.
Yes,
Yeah,
affirmative action is
yeah.
basically hiring people
it
due to the to the skin of their color or due because of their sex. Color of their skin. Yeah, and that's what that is. And so when I was speaking to her, obviously they're coming from a position of, oh, black people have had it tough for so long. You know, we want to be able to fix this inequality at the top.
Reparations.
Yeah, we need to fix
Yeah,
this inequality at the top.
reparations. Yeah.
Yeah, essentially, we were.
Please
wanna
tell me
fix-
you lot watch Channel 5 Channel 5 on YouTube.
Nah.
I am now.
But it's
Would
like
be
this
cha-
guy that goes. It's not actual Channel 5. It's not like our Channel 5. It's like this guy who's just named to sing Channel 5. But he got this. He got this this black guy to go around and just ask loads of leftist white people for reparations, and they all giving him like $10 bills because they thought it was racist to say no. So he's going, I'm here for a reparation. I need $20. He got a quite a little bit amount of money at the end of the day.
Bro, this is so dumb. Imagine, bro, it's not you who was a slave owner, but you're out here paying back people money. Are you dumb? Anyways, so I was speaking to this about her, and she was saying to me, yeah, currently the only system we have to be able to, if you look at the top, we only see white men majority of the time. I'm like, you know what, you could say that, yes, majority of the people see white people at the top, and slowly, I'm saying over time is going to slowly change, obviously, because black people are having more access to education. As they go forward, they'll get better, and they get into these places that they're not been yet. But she was like, that's not enough, we need to do more by giving opportunities to them. And sadly, we have to exclude people who have had the leg up majority of their life.
So they're saying we need a shortcut to equality.
They need a shortcut to equality. And I said, you know what I said to her, yeah, that kind of, I think that kind of gave her a point to kind of think about was, I was like to her, firstly, if the only solution you guys have to this problem, this equality problem at the top, is using racism, using sexism as a means to fix what you are trying to as a means to fix what you are trying to solve. You're trying to solve racism and sexism, and you use racism and sexism to fix it. I'm like, that's a dead system. You guys need to redo that whole system because it makes zero sense. The means don't just what do they say? The end doesn't just
justify the means.
The means, exactly. So you using, and you know what they call it? They call it excluding instead of discriminating.
Oh, really?
Excluding, bro. Excluding. I'm sitting there thinking, really? Excluding.
I like it, bro. It sounds better.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
And you know what they usually go for? You know the thing that I usually hear from people when they talk about this? They say they literally try to change the definition we all know of racism. They say you cannot be racist to a white person because it's not backed by a system of oppression. That's what that's.
I've
So I'm
actually
like,
heard that
right.
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're like, you cannot be racist to a white person. So when we are excluding them from the process of hiring process, it cannot be racist. So this is how they found a little loophole to try to justify this racism. Imagine. So I'm sitting there thinking, so imagine changing an entire definition of racism. We all know clear as day was discrimination based on skin color. And now they've been using it. And this is what Joe Biden is doing it at the top. This is at the Supreme Court level. I can't believe it. I actually can't believe it.
I'm
It's a
confused.
joke.
Hey, why are you upset though? Like, are you not gonna apply?
I'm applying, bro, but
Nah,
I
he's a
can't.
man.
I'm a man.
He's a man.
It had, but listen, when they get the positions for women, I mean for black man, yeah, in roles that I see, I'm just gonna have to be like, I'm gonna have to apply, bro. Some of the
I think
roles,
Zuby's gonna apply. Zuby's gonna apply as a black woman, I think.
Oh yeah, he
bro,
did,
I can
forgot
apply
about
as
that.
a black woman.
I actually forgot. I forgot about that.
Yo, if you guys see me at the Supreme Judge's position yet,
No one can
if you
chat
guys
shit.
see, no one can chat shit. I dare them to chat shit. I'll come here with a full beard as well. Let them chat shit.
No, the woman that won Eurovision, she had a full beard, bro. So.
Oh yeah, I remember that. actually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, so what do you think about that, Dovi? That you're not going to be excluded from applications of hire, of you from the hiring process?
Yeah, it's a bit dumb. I'm not gonna lie. See, it's happened to us though. Do you remember while we're uni, we got loads of adverts for like women-only tech roles,
Yes.
and there weren't many being pushed around for men, and it was a bit like I get maybe. No, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know why they did that.
It was bro, and you know, remember, like some of the dumbest girls from our fucking computer science thing get to go to all these events
They
and
got
get to
mad jobs.
We got mad jobs, and I'm thinking you're so fucking dumb, and I'm smarter than you. Yeah, I'm here, these drugs, yeah, because you get to go to all this shit. I was like, this is just a violation across the board. But and you can't. You know what pissed me off the most as well? Out of all of that women in tech shit, bro, how many black people are in these tech positions? In my company, I am the only black person. Imagine this, you man, yeah? I'm the only black person. Only black person. Yet they do women in tech shit all the time.
Oh really?
Fam, there's bare women.
In here, they
Bare
need
women.
to chill with the women now, and now.
So
it's
I'm
your
thinking,
turn.
yeah. So what's this? Where's the black?
No, it is.
Bro, I said it. I was like,
did.
I put up, bro. If you're gonna play this game, I'm gonna play it too. I turned around. I was like, yo, where's the black man? Where's the black people in tech? Car, it's only me here. I was like, it seems like I'm the only one advocating for this because the women in tech.
Bonus.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, and you know what was ridiculous? Yeah, have we seen women in construction?
No.
Anybody heard about that initiative?
These
No.
teams in Sweden, they'd be moving mad, but yeah.
But bro, have you heard about this initiative? Women in construction? Nah, because we don't like them jobs. They don't pay well.
And there's a lot of effort. It's
a lot of effort. It's a lot of effort. Have you seen?
Not that they don't go for effort.
Ah,
jobs,
you mean
I
like building?
manual
Oh,
effort.
okay,
Yeah, manual effort.
sorry.
Yeah,
What did you
manual
mean?
effort.
Construct in the face.
No,
Yeah, I thought about like different constructions. Yeah.
Nah, you baffed. Have you seen the have you seen the other ones as well? Like, have you seen men in nursing? Hey, I didn't hear about this one.
Oh yeah,
Nah.
there's a lot. Yeah, there's a few.
No,
There's
no,
quite a
there's
few.
some,
I know some male nurses.
You may know them, but there's no initiatives for them. Nobody's
No,
I've heard
yeah,
about
it's
them.
because there's not that many of these guys, but there's no initiatives for these people. Why?
Yeah.
Because they don't care. They don't care. They only want the women in tech ones. Why? Because it's lucrative positions. These are money positions.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great. It's great to go into this. But what about construction, huh? We ain't see you guys there. How about we put you in construction? Go outside at 6 a.m. and go build. Nobody's advocating for these things. This is
Yeah, where are the
entirely
female
based on
truckers?
sexism. Huh?
Yeah. Where the female truckers at? I'm saying.
Yeah, we actually for truckers. You see how truckers? Yeah, they're begging now. They're asking for the bed, and they're asking for everybody now. They asking everybody come through. We need you all. It doesn't matter about race and sexism now.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I forgot what topic are we talking about?
We're talking about the Joe Biden deciding to.
Oh, yeah. We got
Joe
so far. I forgot what the actual issue was.
Joe Biden deciding to now tell us
Right,
before
right.
he pledges. He
I don't know about
He was
you
like,
guys, but
he was,
isn't it-
he put his hand up. He was like, "Black woman Supreme Court judge, 100%."
Yeah. I think we should try it. Let's just try this one.
Honestly,
See how
you
it
should try
goes.
it, you know. You should try it.
Hey,
You
yo,
can't kick it till you try it.
Yo, I hope this woman goes full ghetto and starts allowing all the bad shit.
Oh,
And starts allowing all the bad shit for the
You what?
random.
You beat your baby
yeah.
mama to death. Nah, go home. Go home.
Yo, I hope she goes full ghetto
I
on
bet-
their ass. Let them regret it. Let them regret it.
Chris Brown will do another reality on like another reality, and then he'll be like, "Yeah, but Chris Brown's got a tone, so."
Yeah, I actually want to see if it makes a difference because it actually might, you know, because I know there are a lot of racist judges out there, white judges. So even if it's not fair, I think it might actually make a difference.
I agree. I definitely believe it will make a difference. I definitely believe it's a different perspective. I think having black women or someone of different ethnicity or something having their from a different background is good. I think this is a good thing. We should definitely be striving for this. But how do we the way we strive for this matters. We can't just go around employing racism and sexism, the very thing that they're trying to defeat, as the remedy.
Yeah, it's hard, man.
Bro,
It's
am
hard
I
to find
speaking?
a
Who am I
solution.
speaking to? But, bro, you know what I mean? Like, look, I agree. The solution may be hard, but a lot of the people say the solution is you start from the beginning. You give
Right.
equal opportunities to people by obviously schooling, by giving them so that obviously white people don't end up being only being allowed to this one school where they get all the best teachers. This kind of things. This is how you slowly resolve it. Obviously, these are not the most flashiest things. It's not like you can stick a quote in there and boom, guaranteed these are the numbers of people are going to be there.
Yeah,
Yes, but what's the difference between my system and their system? One's racist and one's sexist.
yeah.
The very thing we're trying to stop.
Yeah, I think people just don't want a slow, proper solution. They just want change instantly, and they don't care how they get it, and they're happy to step on other people's feet.
Let's say we need to now get rid of murderers. Yeah, cool. What's the fastest way of getting rid of murderers? Let's murder them.
In it, bomb the prison.
Let's just kill them off too, bro. Let's shank them up too. It's so stupid. So what? We were no different from the murderers, are we?
Yeah,
we're no
true.
different from the
But
murderers.
before that, I'm not gonna lie, I'll allow that one. That one will. Depends. Actually, no. You need the context of the murder. If you ran some guy over,
Imagine on accident. Imagine you kill someone on accident that was innocent. But that's what I mean, bro. It's that ideology is just so stupid because we can apply it. If we apply it to anywhere else in life, it will look stupid immediately. We couldn't do it. We just couldn't.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a rapist. Let's rape him.
That's mad. Yeah, that to be fair, that one's mad. But
What? What? You know what I'm
show
saying?
him how it feels. You got to show him how it feels.
Show him how it
bro.
feels, bro. Show him how it feels. Like, imagine this. You become the racist, the sexist you're trying to defeat. It is the dumbest thing I ever heard. I'll never accept that. And even to this day, they don't. You know how uncomfortable the people are when I say this to them. They're so uncomfortable. They're like, "Oh, I get you. It does make sense, but we need to do something." I'm like, the reason you're uncomfortable because you know I'm right. You know right now you're feeling a little bit racist. But all right. What else we got? Oh, have you guys heard about the Jeff Bezos thing?
Should we
What, the bridge?
end it here, or should we?
To be honest, we should probably.
Well, to be fair, time limit. Yeah.
Time limit. Hey, listen. If you're here, subscribe. Yeah, we talk
Nobody here.
all this shit.
Subscribe anyway.
There's no one here. There's no one here.
I don't
There's
know.
5 people here.
Oh,
It's
really?
just-
Oh,
yeah.
come.
Listen. Oh, let's clap for my 5 niggas that made it to the end. Shout out. Listen. If Joe Rogan gets cancelled, this is the next spot. Come here to this podcast.
We're definitely gonna listen. Any pressure from Spotify? We're gonna say sorry.
We're not. Nah. Listen, if Spotify dropping 100 million, I'm apologizing like this.
Yeah,
sorry.
true. Money talks.
Sorry. Sorry.
Bro, I'll be like to them, listen, China #1, and I'm sorry, Spotify. So Spotify, if you're listening to this, give us a deal. We need.
Yeah, we'll bend over for you, bro. Come on,
bro. We out here posting for free currently. So
yeah, true. Actually, yeah.
Send us £15, bro. We'll split
it ain't gonna
£5
cost
each.
a lot to change our mind.
Alright, that's the Let's Chat Shit podcast. It's the end, and peace.
Thank you.